So, you have a tent and a rig, and you love overlanding. You have plans to do it big, on the trails and some super glamping? Want ideas, tips, news, and reviews? A podcast that's first rate and here just for you? You don't have to think about it. Join us and be about it. Something interesting? We want to hear about it. Come on, let's talk about it. Welcome to Waypoint Overland's Random Waypoints podcast.
Sponsored by Midland. Communication for every adventure. The industry leader in radio communication technology and innovation for over 50 years. Sponsored by MyMedic. Sponsored by Tembo Tusk. Sponsored by Trail Rated Coffee Company. Sponsored by CK Knife and Tool.
Always remember, the opinion you follow should be your own. Just consider the things stated here to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online.
Hi, my name is Phil from Waypoint Overland, and you're listening to Random Waypoints. All right, so here we go. Welcome to the first episode in 2022 of the Random Waypoints podcast. Yay! We'll be doing an episode every week, so like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss an episode. This week on Random Lists, I'll give my top 10 state parks in the United States. And on Waypoints, we cover 10 road trip tips for a cross-country journey. So stay tuned for the whole show. But first, let's take a look at the news.
During this segment, we'll cover various topics with a connection to overlanding in some way. It could be land use news regarding the national parks or the Bureau of Land Management. We'll keep you up to date on any auto industry news when it pertains to relevant and potential overlanding vehicles. There will be camping and outdoor industry news, as well as photography and video, fishing, hiking, and on and on. Now, here's the news.
The Ford Bronco Raptor is the newest member of the Bronco outdoor brand of built wow SUVs. The Bronco Raptor debuted this week as the most powerful street-legal Bronco ever and the world's first Ultra 4 racing-inspired SUV. Ford Performance, the same team that produces the F-150 Raptor, designed and engineered Bronco Raptor as a calling to hardcore off-road enthusiasts. Bronco Raptor is equipped with elite off-road technology and hardware. Ultra 4 Racing is the epitome of grueling off-road competition, featuring demanding races such as the famed King of the Hammers in the Johnson Valley in California, where Bronco Raptor will be on display on February 3rd. Ford and Bronco will continue as the official truck and SUV of the Ultra 4 series. To build the world's first Ultra 4-inspired SUV, Ford Performance set the bar high. Bronco Raptor had to be even faster and bring more off-road capability, agility, and maneuverability than Bronco already delivers. Raptor is the apex of our off-road lineup and is now a full lineup with race-proven content and design that you can't get from anyone else, said Jim Farley, Chief Executive Officer, Ford Motor Company. Only Ford could create a Bronco Raptor. We had to build the Bronco Raptor. It's our ultimate vehicle for hardcore off-road enthusiasts who demand something more, said Carl Whitman, Ford Performance Chief Engineer. Like the Ultra 4 desert race trucks, the Raptor of SUVs conquers desert dunes at highway speeds and is equipped with competition-level off-road technology and hardware. At the Raptor core is a fully boxed, high-strength steel frame with new shock towers that increase wheel travel and off-road durability. Heavy-duty bash and skid plates provide continuous drive lane coverage from the front bumper to the back of the engine, transmission, and transfer case. In the upper body, B-pillar, crossbar, and C-pillar reinforcement help deliver a greater than 50% total body and prime torsional rigidity increase over a standard Bronco four-door model. Competition-level Ford Performance-developed axles, also used on the Bronco DR race truck, further deliver on the Ultra 4 inspiration. The solid rear axle is upgraded to a semi-float Dana 50 heavy-duty Advantech with 235mm ring gear, while the Dana 44 Advantech front drive unit includes upgraded half shafts with 210mm ring gear. These upgraded front and rear axles increased the track width by 8.6 inches. With 73.6 inches versus 65 inches over a base Bronco for even more sure-footed confidence. Larger front and rear drive shafts support increased wheel torque. Bronco Raptor also runs with a minimum ground clearance of 13.1 inches, 4.8 inches more than a base 4-door model. An advanced 4x4 system with 3 modes includes a higher capacity clutch designed to withstand the demands of high-performance desert events. The Ford Performance team collaborated with Fox to upgrade the high-performance off-road stability suspension, or HOS system, with live valve technology. Similar to the F-150 Raptor's truck position-sensitive dampening design, the Raptor HOS 4.0 system features Fox 3.1 internal bypass semi-active dampers that are uniquely tuned at the front and rear and feature integrated reservoirs up front and remote reservoirs in the rear. Suspension height sensors and other sensors at each corner monitor terrain conditions independently hundreds of times every second and adjust suspension tuning accordingly. Unique Ford Performance design front and rear control arms help deliver maximum wheel travel of 13 inches in front and 14 inches at the rear, or 60% and 40% more, respectively, than a Bronco-based model. To deliver the confidence and high-speed needs of the world's first Ultra 4-inspired SUV, the Ford Performance team reached out to B.F. Goodrich for standard 37-inch KO2 all-terrain tires, the largest of any production SUV in America. To give Bronco Raptor even more desert running power, the Ford Powertrain team developed a proven twin-turbo 3.0-liter EcoBoost engine with specific Raptor-level tuning to meet Ford Performance standards. With a target of more than 400 horsepower, Bronco Raptor will be the most powerful street-legal Bronco ever, with intercooling and air induction systems designed to endure the higher ambient desert temperatures. For higher speed desert capabilities or crawling over rocks, the compacted graphite iron block engine, which saves weight while providing strength and added durability, is paired with a 10-speed select-shift automatic transmission. A true dual exhaust system that allows drivers to alter the sound of their Bronco Raptor with 4 selectable exhaust modes, including normal, sport, quiet, and Baja. Bronco Raptor builds on the brand's exclusive GOAT modes, or goes over any type of terrain management system, designed to help drivers better navigate off-road. 7 driver-selectable modes include a uniquely tuned Baja mode that activates a turbo anti-lag calibration to maximize performance over high-speed desert runs. New to Bronco is Tow Haul mode, which helps enable a tow rating of 4,500 pounds, a 1,000-pound improvement over the base model. Trail control, trail turn assist, and trail one-pedal driving are also included. As the most badass Bronco yet, the Bronco Raptor design is extreme, said Paul Wraith, Bronco design chief. It's muscular while maintaining an underlying simplicity with performance-focused details added only for outstanding high-speed capability. A heavy-duty modular steel front bumper by Ford Performance features tow hooks, removable bumper end caps for the improved off-road clearance, integrated removable rigid LED fog lamps, and rigid off-road lamps for greater illumination. Bronco Raptor proudly leverages the Bronco SUV's patented off-road modular design, stripped it to its base, and replaced components with unique to Raptor front and rear quarter panels, fenders, fender flares, and door appliques. Together with fender flares, Bronco Raptor sits 9.8 inches wider than a standard Bronco. The Bronco Raptor interior was designed around what we know hardcore off-road racers want in a vehicle, said Ryan Olson, design manager. From the all-new performance view on the cluster and unique steering wheel with paddle shifters and fingertip access to Raptor-specific controls to its race-ready high-bolster front seats, Bronco Raptor leaves the factory ready for the starting line. Customers can begin placing orders in March. A majority of the 2022 model year Bronco Raptor allocation will go to existing reservation holders based upon their original reservation timestamp. Ford will send communications later this month soliciting reservation holders interested in Bronco Raptor vehicles and will begin to arrive this summer. The all-new 2023 Toyota Sequoia is projected to be available in summer of 2022. This third-generation Sequoia is completely redesigned and worthy of the all-new SUV description. All 2023 Sequoias will feature the powerful twin-turbo V6 hybrid iForce Max powertrain. First unveiled on the Tundra, this exceptional hybrid produces 437 horsepower and 583 foot-pounds of torque. iForce Max isn't just big on power, as this cleverly engineered powertrain features a unique motor generator within the bell housing between the twin-turbo engine and the 10-speed automatic transmission. This design provides both maximum performance and amazing efficiency, and it's designed and built with heavy-duty performance and demand in mind. Sequoia will be offered in two-wheel drive or the available part-time four-wheel drive system on SR5, Limited, Platinum, and Capstone grades. TRD Pro will be offered only in four-wheel drive. The part-time four-wheel drive system relies on a transfer case, controlled via a lever on the center console to select between two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, high, or four-wheel drive, low. As it should be, the full-size SUV segment is a demanding lot. That means that Sequoia needs to handle a multitude of tasks in stride. Built with this in mind, the all-new SUV is rooted in a modern body-on-frame chassis with a full-boxed frame that shares architecture with the all-new Tundra and all-new Global Land Cruiser. Sequoia features an independent front suspension and adopts a new rack-mounted electronic power steering system for improved steering feel. A modern multi-link rear suspension is employed out back to offer a smooth ride and create opportunity to add the available load-leveling rear height control air suspension and adaptive varial suspension for those looking to tow regularly. The three-row SUV offers a range of configurations for seating and cargo. Depending upon the grade, second-row passengers get bench seating or captain chairs, either of which recline for passenger comfort or fold down, tumble forward if larger cargo is needed. The third-row passengers benefit from a spacious reclining back seat with available power folding, but the third row also gets one of the most noteworthy new features on Sequoia, the exclusive sliding third row with adjustable cargo shelf system. This segment-first feature allows the third row to slide with 6 inches of adjustment range. The third row can also fold down to complement the different storage positions of the new adjustable cargo shelf system, a removable shelf that can be set in a variety of storage positions depending upon the situation. The cargo shelf system is designed to offer the ultimate flexibility in rear cargo and storage needs. Since full-size SUVs need to do it all, towing, whether it be a trailer, boat, or RV, is high on that list of demands. That's why the all-new Sequoia offers up an impressive 9,000-pound maximum towing capacity and a nearly 22% increase over the prior generation. Towing becomes a less daunting task thanks to the impressive technology available on Sequoia. The TowTech package, available on all grades but standard on TRD Pro and Capstone, offers a suite of features that include trailer backup guide to aid in backing up the SUV with the trailer, and straight path assist, which helps provide steering control to keep the trailer straight on its intended path when backing up. Drive Mode Select is an all-new feature on Sequoia, offering different driving modes depending upon driver preference, and it includes standard settings, Eco, Normal, and Sport. With available load-leveling rear height control air suspension and adaptive variable suspension settings, expand to include Comfort, Sport S Plus, and Custom. Using the Sport or Sport S Plus settings, for example, the iForce Max powertrain makes use of the electric motor's instantaneous responsiveness. While the electric motor does the bulk of the work at lower speeds, once above 18 miles per hour, the gasoline engine assumes primary operation for excellent performance in the mid and high speed range. When in tow haul mode, the iForce Max system is constantly in tandem operation to provide impressive acceleration and torque for towing needs. The view around this stunning SUV is improved as well due to Sequoia's plethora of cameras, displaying multiple exterior angles that are viewable from the available 14-inch touchscreen or the available digital display rearview mirror. Those trailering will appreciate Panoramic View Monitor, which displays a top-down view of the SUV and the view around it. Options include a rear split view to show what's nearby on each side of the trailer and a hitch view to assist with trailer connecting. For the first time on Sequoia, factory-available power folding, extending, and retracting tow mirrors can provide added peace of mind when pulling a trailer. Sequoia offers space for families who need it, whether that to be haul passengers, gear, or both. It will be available in 5 grades that include SR5, Limited, Platinum, TRD Pro, and the new to Sequoia Capstone grade. Our primary design goal for Sequoia was to create a sophisticated yet tough and active lifestyle SUV that looks capable of handling a diversity of big adventure needs, said Calty Design Research President Kevin Hunter. That holds true whether it's night out on the town with friends, towing a boat to the lake with family, or taking a more extreme off-road adventure. Sequoia's grade lineup starts with the well-equipped SR5 that offers a strong foundation of power, efficiency, and technology. It touts impressive standard features that include the iForce Max powertrain that is mated to the standard 10-speed automatic transmission, standard Toyota SafeSense 2.5 moonroof, heated seats, and more. It also features a 12.3-inch digital instrument display and panoramic view monitor. When upgrading to the SR5 Premium package, Sequoia adds the 14-inch Toyota audio multimedia display, power third row, hands-free liftgate, soft-X seats, and cabin and cargo 120-volt power outlets. Also available on SR5 models is the TRD Sport package, which upgrades the standard 18-inch wheels to 20-inch matte black TRD wheels. To complement sporty handling, it adds TRD sport-tuned Bilstein monotube shocks and TRD-tuned springs. Inside, TRD accents include aluminum pedals and a red TRD push-button start. Limited builds upon the SR5 with a clear emphasis on added convenience. Not only does it gain a standard 14-inch Toyota audio multimedia touchscreen, but it also adds standard heated ventilated front seats with memory seats, standard heating steering wheel, power folding third row, and hands-free power liftgate. Limited also receives standard second and third row manual sunshades to keep the back half of the SUV sun-free when needed. Available for both SR5 and Limited 4x4 models is the first for Sequoia TRD off-road package. Whereas TRD Sport is more focused on the on-road qualities, TRD Off-Road enhances off-road capability with the addition of a selectable locking rear differential, multi-terrain select that helps control wheel spin for improved traction, and downhill assist control to aid with steep descents. Crawl control also comes standard, functioning as an off-road cruise control for low-speed trail navigation and four-wheel drive low. To keep a better eye on trail obstacles, TRD Off-Road also comes with multi-terrain monitor to provide a better view of hard-to-see spots for the driver. TRD-tuned Bilstein monotube shock absorbers and TRD-tuned springs are added, and a red front axle drive shaft provides added flair. Inside, aluminum gas brake pedals are included, and a red TRD push-button start button adds to the performance look and feel. TRD Pro is a great option for adventure-minded families that plan to get off the beaten path regularly. TRD Pro is not just an off-roader though, as it's loaded with premium features such as standard second-row captain's chairs. TRD Pro is not just an off-roader though, as it's loaded with premium features such as standard second-row captain's chairs, TRD heated steering wheel, and TRD accents on the seats and shift knob. TRD Pro comes with additional cargo hauling options thanks to the TRD roof rack. TRD-tuned Fox internal bypass shocks offer a smooth on-road ride, but most importantly, they can confidently handle off-road terrain when the trail gets rough. A 1/4-inch aluminum TRD front skid plate offers added trail protection. Sequoia TRD Pro also offers additional trail capability with a standard selectable locking rear differential, multi-terrain select, crawl control, and downhill assist control. TRD Pro proudly sports a heritage-inspired Toyota grille with an embedded TRD light bar and marker lights toward the top of the grille. It's equipped with Pro-specific black 18-inch TRD alloy wheels with an increased offset to provide a wider stance. A dual TRD Pro exhaust tip provides added growl and visual appeal. The capstone grade sits atop the Sequoia lineup, making it the most luxurious Sequoia to date. Capstone features unique chrome accents to provide an upscale appearance, with the most eye-catching features being the standard 22-inch chrome wheels. The premium cabin experience begins at the first step with standard power running boards that provide access to the standard semi-aniline leather-trimmed seats. Not only are these seats luxury grade, but they also tout stylish perforation and a capstone-exclusive black and white color combination. The center console and passenger side dash are accentuated with authentic American walnut with an open-pore finish that highlights the wood grain. On the dash, the walnut pieces surround a capstone logo that is accentuated with LED mood lighting when the doors are open. To help provide an even quieter cabin, Capstone is the only Sequoia grade to feature acoustic glass in the front doors for more exterior sound deadening. Sequoia will be fitted with the new multimedia system first launched in Tundra. It's headlined by a large 8-inch or available 14-inch touchscreen that controls the all-new Toyota Audio Media System, designed and engineered by Toyota's Texas-based Connection Technologies team. The Toyota Audio Multimedia System offers an improved user experience thanks to new sight, touch, and voice activation. With Intelligent Assistant available through Drive Connect, simple phrases like, "Hey Toyota," awakens the system for voice-activated commands to search for directions, find points of interest, adjust audio controls, change the cabin temperature, and more. The cloud-based native navigation system offered through Drive Connect allows for real-time, over-the-air updates for mapping and points of interest, and Google Points of Interest data is integrated to ensure up-to-date search capability. It also supports standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. All Sequoia grades come standard with Toyota's Safety Sense 2.5. This active safety system includes pre-collision system with pedestrian detection that features multiple enhancements over the previous generation, including not only detecting the vehicle ahead, but also a pedestrian in low light, bicyclists in daytime, an oncoming vehicle, and a pedestrian at intersections when making a turn. Emergency Steering Assist is an additional function designed to detect pedestrians and stabilize the driver's emergency evasive steering maneuvers and help prevent lane departure. Sequoia will be equipped with dynamic radar cruise control. Lane departure alert with steering assist is designed to notify the driver via audible and visual alerts and slight steering force if it senses the vehicle is leaving the lane without engaging a turn signal. In addition to the Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 system, other standard safety features include Blind Spot Monitor, which is designed to help detect and warn you of vehicles approaching or positioned in the adjacent lanes. Rear Cross Traffic Alert can offer added peace of mind by helping to detect vehicles approaching from either side while backing out and alerting you with a visual and audible warning. The Front and Rear Park Assist with automatic braking is designed to implement brake control when there's a possibility of a collision with a stationary object approaching the vehicle or while parking. Toyota's 36-month, 36,000-mile basic new vehicle warranty applies to all components other than normal wear and maintenance items. Additional 60-month warranties cover the powertrain for 60,000 miles and corrosion with no mileage limitation. Hybrid-related components, including the battery control module, hybrid control module, and inverter with converter, are covered for 8 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. The hybrid battery is covered for 10 years or 150,000 miles, whichever comes first. Sequoia also comes with Toyota Care, a plan covering normal factory scheduled maintenance and 24-hour roadside assistance for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. More details can be found at toyota.com. As more and more people visit our national parks at record rates, vandalism has become a big issue. An ancient rock art panel at Big Bend National Park sustained what park officials are calling irreparable damage when vandals scratched their names into it. A park release said the damage occurred December 26 to a panel of ancient petroglyphs in the Indian Head area of the park. Vandals chose to boldly scratch their names and the date across the prehistoric art, the release said. Park managers have seen an increase in vandalism and graffiti in the area and ask anyone with information about these incidents or the persons involved to contact the law enforcement staff of Big Bend National Park. Big Bend officials could not immediately say Tuesday how old the petroglyphs were, what they depicted, or what culture left them. Graffiti is vandalism. It's costly and extremely difficult, if not impossible, to remove. It's also illegal. The park release said damaging park resources is a violation of 36 CFR. Rock art and ancient cultural sites are also protected under the Archaeological Resource Protection Act. Damaging natural features in rock art destroys the very beauty and history that the American people want to protect in our parks, said Big Bend Superintendent Bob Krummenacher. With each instance of vandalism, part of our national heritage is lost forever. Since 2015, park archaeologists have documented more than 50 instances of vandalism to these priceless sites. If you discover vandalism rock art, don't attempt to clean it yourself, but contact park personnel. Trained staff will attempt to mitigate the damage as quickly as possible using highly specialized techniques. Staff have already treated the most recent vandalism at Indian Head, but much of the damage is unfortunately permanent, park staff said. Anyone with information about these incidents or the person involved should contact the Big Bend National Park Communications Center at 432-477-1187. Denali National Park. Denali National Park saw a record-setting 74.5 inches of snow during December, including nearly 55 inches from December 23rd to December 29th. Measurements from the park's weather station, which have tracked weather since 1923 at headquarters, show just how snowy December was in Denali. 54.8 inches of snow fell during the 7-day period of December 23rd through 29th. 74.5 inches of snow fell this December through the 29th, making this the snowiest December on record. 60 inches of snow were on the ground on December 29th, which set a new record for highest snow depth. The heavy snow that fell in these storms also contained more water than usual. Park staff says it smashed some precipitation records. Precipitation measurements include rain and melted snow in order to measure the total water that falls year-round as either rain or snow. 5.75 inches of precipitation fell during the 4-day period of December 26th through 29th, making this the wettest 4-day period on record. 8.33 inches of precipitation fell through December 29th, making it the wettest December on record and the second wettest month on record after August 2019. Now it's time for Random List.
Random Lists is all about lists Waypoint Overland has created on an array of topics, such as top 5 national parks, top 10 trails in the United States, top 10 fill in the blank. I think you get it. Some lists will be pure fun, and others very informational. But they all will have a connection to overlanding in some way. We're very interested in hearing your suggestions for upcoming lists in the comments. Now, here's our random list.
This week, I give my top 10 best state parks in the United States for Overlanders. We'll start with Baxter State Park in Maine. Now, Baxter State Park is a nature park named after Percival Baxter, a former governor of Maine and a nature lover during his life until he died in 1969. The park spans more than 200,000 acres in northern Maine. The park is full of woods, mountains, lakes, and waterfalls. Visitors can enjoy many outdoor activities in the park, including hunting, fishing, biking, and camping. There are many different types of campsites, including cabins, tent sites, and even unique lean-tos. Over 50,000 acres in the park are open for hunting many types of animals. Fishing is also allowed in many of the ponds and the streams. In the winter, snowmobiles are allowed on some of the park's dirt roads. Since the park is north, the winters can get cold and snowy, but the weather is excellent in the summer, but occasionally includes snow. Wildlife in the park is abundant, with moose, bears, and many birds, including hawks, owls, and eagles. Next, I have Julia Pfeiffer Burns State Park in Big Sur, California. Julia Pfeiffer Burns State Park is in Big Sur, California, and the park is named after a popular rancher who lived in Big Sur in the early 20th century. The park is spread over 3,700 acres and sits adjacent to the Pacific Ocean. It's one of the best state parks in America because of its splendid natural beauty. The park contains the famous redwoods, 300-foot tall trees native to California. The other popular site is McWay Falls, an 80-foot waterfall that falls into the ocean. Visitors can reserve campsites and camp right next to the Pacific Ocean. Hiking trails and an underwater scuba diving area are located near the campsites and ocean as well. There are specific restricted areas in the water that are marine reserve and marine conservation areas. These areas are protected to help the wildlife in the ocean. Next, I have Anza Borrego Desert State Park in California. Anza Borrego Desert State Park is located in Southern California. The park is nearly 600,000 acres big and one of the largest state parks in California. There are over 500 miles of roads to be explored in the park. Over 100 miles of hiking trails are in the park, with popular trails marked for convenience. In the summer months, average temperatures can be easily over 100 degrees Fahrenheit in the desert climate. The plants that thrive in the park's environment include many cacti and rock formations. There are a few areas of springs and oases with cool California fan palms. You'll find many types of birds in the park, perfect for bird watching, as well as sheep, snakes, coyotes, and other native desert animals. The park is also an international dark sky park, meaning the sky at night is beautiful and filled with stars, so you'll want to stay in the evening. Next, I have Dead Horse Point State Park in Moab, Utah. Dead Horse Point State Park encompasses 5,000 acres of the high desert in eastern Utah. The name comes from a rumor that 19th century cowboys' horses often died in the desert's climate. The park is full of desert, rocks, cliffs, and canyons, all surrounding the Colorado River. Visit the outlooks throughout the park for the amazing views of the Colorado River. The park is an international dark sky park where at night the sky is full of bright stars. The campground and picnic areas offer guests overnight and dining amenities. A unique feature is the yurts available to rent for a one-of-a-kind overnight experience. There is a popular 8-mile hiking trail that has scenic overlooks along the way. There's also a 17-mile mountain biking trail for more adventurous people. Hunting is not allowed as a safety precaution, and guests must stay away from cliffs and keep an eye out for lightning storms. My next park is the Valley of Fire State Park in Overton, Nevada. Valley of Fire State Park is located just outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. The name comes from the Aztec sandstone formation that are millions of years old and limestone mountains surrounding them. The park is one of the most beautiful U.S. state parks and the oldest state park in Nevada. Although it can be scorching hot during the day, the desert cools off at night. Different species of bush and cacti thrive in the park, as well as desert flowers. You can enter the park on the famous Valley of Fire roadside, which I highly recommend. There are camping areas located throughout the park, hiking trails for different levels of difficulty, and picnic areas of all sizes. The park protects petrified wood and petroglyphs over 2,000 years old found in the park. Take the time to stop by the Visitor Center early in your trip to learn about what the park has to offer. Here you can learn about the geology, ecology, prehistory, and history of the park. All right, next up, I have Custer State Park in Custer, South Dakota. Custer State Park is located in the Black Hills of southwestern South Dakota. The park has more than 70,000 acres, making it the largest state park in South Dakota. It's one of the beautiful state parks in the U.S. to observe wildlife and enjoy being close to Mother Nature with your family. The park is not far from Mount Rushmore National Park, so visiting both can easily be combined into one trip. The park is home to a vast bison herd and many elk, deer, and other mountain animals for visitors looking to see wildlife. The begging burros also live in the park. They're native donkeys that are known for approaching cars and begging for food. In addition to seeing the many animals, you can explore the park by hiking or biking along the many miles of trails. There are lakes in the park where guests can swim and fish. There are also campfires and cabins for overnight visitors. Finally, there is a horse park near the mountains with pre-marked horseback riding trails. Next on my list, I have Ecola State Park, Astoria, Oregon. Ecola State Park in Astoria, Oregon is one of the coolest state parks in the U.S. It stretches for 9 miles on the northwest coast next to the Pacific Ocean. In addition to the ocean's incredible views, there are beautiful forests, mountains, caves, and even an abandoned lighthouse. Many animals call the park their home, including deer, eagles, and even whales that can be spotted in the ocean. Visitors can hike along the cliffs and beaches or the Clatsop Loop Trail. The 2.5-mile-long trail was part of the historic Corps of Discovery journey, which ended at Tillamook Head, another place in the park with amazing views. The beaches in the park have unique features and viewpoints, and they're great for surfing and exploring beautiful tide pools. Although overnight stays are not allowed in the park, there are many picnic areas for daily use, and those that are looking for camping, there's many options for camping not far away. Franconia Notch State Park is next on my list in New Hampshire. Located in the heart of the White Mountains, Franconia Notch State Park is famous for dramatic natural scenery. The main attraction of the park is the flume. The flume is a gorge between the park's mountains that visitors can walk through. Another attraction is the historic Old Man of the Mountain. When viewed from a certain point in the park, the cliffs of the mountain depict a face, hence the name, but unfortunately, the face collapsed in 2003. Cannon Mountain, a large ski resort, is part of the park. Visitors can ride trams up the mountain all year round to see the views of the park. Echo Lake Beach is a popular spot in the park for water activities like swimming, boating, and fishing. For overnight stays, you can reserve a campsite in the park, some of which allows tents, others can fit large RVs. Hiking trails wind through the park, along with a path specific to bikes. Next on my list, I have Makoshika State Park, Glendive, Montana. Makoshika State Park in Glendive, Montana is one of America's best state parks. The park is famous for the stunning Badlands, a type of rock formation made of dry, clay-like materials. Archaeologists have discovered many dinosaur fossils in the park, including complete skeletons. Some of the fossils found are on display at the park's visitor center, and there's also an educational display with the park's history and the significance of the dinosaurs. In addition to seeing the fossils, there are many hiking trails to be explored in the park. There are tent and RV campsites available for overnight stays year-round. Archery and hunting are also allowed in designated areas, and you can find a variety of wildlife in the park, including turkey vultures, golden eagles, and prairie falcons. Next on my list is Porcupine Mountain Wilderness State Park in Michigan. Last but not least, Porcupine Mountain Wilderness State Park is on Michigan's Upper Peninsula. It's one of the best state parks to visit in the U.S. and the largest state park in Michigan. The park features the Porcupine Mountains, also known as the Porkies, a mountain range with a large northern hardwood forest area. Lake of the Clouds is the most popular overlook in the park, although there are others, including an observation tower. Inside the park, visitors can explore over 90 miles of hiking trails that pass waterfalls, the forest, and the beautiful shoreline on Michigan's coast. There's a disc golf course at the park, and in the winter, you can visit the ski area. Camping is available in many different areas of the park, and cabins are available to rent. Nature is abundant, and you'll see wild plants and animals in the park, including moose, foxes, wolves, and eagles. Well, that's my list. Do you agree or disagree? Do you have your own list? Well, share it in the comments. Now it's time for Waypoints.
Waypoints. Waypoints will cover all aspects of navigation for the overland traveler. Navigation is the act or practicing of navigating, the method of determining position, course, and distance traveled.
This week on Waypoints, I'm going to give you 10 tips for a cross-country road trip. My first one is plan out your main stops ahead of time. Try planning out your stops ahead of time. Look up restaurants or small towns to stop in along each day's route. It'll take away the stress of constantly searching for a quick lunch spot. Take the risk and stop at the local diner for a slice of that famous pie. It's sure to be more memorable than a fast food hamburger from a drive-thru. Number 2 is double check your roadside assistance options. It's worth looking into a roadside service like AAA or checking to see what your insurance company has to offer before embarking on a long road trip. Once you head out on the road, you can rest easy knowing what to do if something comes up. Number 3, avoid the acrobatics to reach for that bag of chips in the back. Make sure your snacks are easy to access from the front seat. Pick out the items you'll want for each leg of the trip and place them behind your seat or on the passenger side so you can get to them easily. Number 4, create custom playlists ahead of time. When you're driving across the country, your usual playlist on the repeat won't cut it. So create several lists ahead of time for different moods or regions you'll be driving through. Download your playlists of choice each night when you have Wi-Fi. Then you won't have to worry about not being able to access your music while out of cell range. Number 5 is download an audiobook or podcast. You can finally get around to enjoying that best-selling novel you've been eyeing with an audiobook version for your drive. Depending on how late into the night you'll be driving, opt for something with more action or suspense to hold your interest. Countless hours on the road will give you plenty of time to listen. I highly recommend the Random Waypoints podcast as one of your selections. My next tip is number 6, don't get minimal with your pillow. Bring a full-size pillow that's comfortable to you. It'll ensure you get a better rest throughout your journey. At number 7, my tip is get a portable jumper. One of the top road trip essentials is a portable jump starter for your vehicle. Road trips are full of surprises, and when hit with the unpleasant kind, a portable jump starter can prevent an annoyance from becoming an emergency by quickly jumping when far from services. Plus, the jump starter comes in handy to charge phones and other devices, keeping everyone connected while on the road. Tip number 8, I've been doing this for a long time and I suggest it. Use packing cubes. It's easy to lose track of what you've packed, especially if you have limited storage space. Packing cubes, some of the most useful road trip essentials, solve that problem. Buying each person a different colored set of packing cubes increases the chances of keeping your own clothes organized, especially if the cubes are bright primary colors. Packing cubes also make loading and unloading easy. They can be stored in crates to keep them dry and make storage easy, or tucked into difficult corners and around other items that need a little protection. My next tip at number 9 is keep it clean and pack a dustpan and brush. A camper van, car, or tent is only a small space, and the floor gets dirty very quickly, especially if you're into outdoor activities. A small brush and dustpan will keep your vehicle or tent nice and tidy. And my last tip, number 10, is skip the fancy footwear. When sitting in the car for long periods of time, it's natural to want to get comfortable and take off your shoes. However, when stopping at a gas station or quick photo stop, it becomes a pain to mess with your shoelaces or shoe straps. I recommend slip-ons. A couple of my recommendations would be Birkenstocks or Crocs. They're excellent slip-ons, and they're great for all ages and genders. An extra is take the road less traveled. The best part of a road trip is the freedom to stop and go as you please. Embrace the flexibility and activities that you can achieve through spontaneity. Don't feel like you must always travel on the highway. That's how you miss all the hidden gems and all the quirky stops and things like that. So that's number 11. That's a bonus. Here's another number 12. Bring a portable toilet. When you just pass a rest area 5 minutes ago and the next one is at least an hour away, a toilet could solve that problem. They assemble quickly and use simple plastic bags for the bowls so you can create a pop-up bathroom literally anywhere. When you're finished, cleanup is easy and the portable toilet folds up nearly flat. They also offer a great solution for those times when a rest stop bathroom is too disgusting to use. I'm going to give you another one. Slow down and enjoy the journey. Some of the best memories are often made on detours or spontaneous stops. Loose plans are necessary, but it's stressful having to keep a set pace to get from A to B. Have a rough guideline of when and where you need to be every day, but allow yourself time to pull over when you see something interesting, wander through an interesting town, or stop by a coffee at a cute cafe. Road trips are all about lasting moments. Slow down and enjoy. Well, that wraps up another episode of the podcast. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I want everybody to stay safe. Tread lightly, and hopefully I'll see you here or on a trail soon.
You have been listening to Waypoint Overland's Random Waypoints. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.